Hi everyone. Welcome back to the Temperance Apothecary YouTube channel. We are jumping right in with a pick a pile. What messages do your spirit guides have for you at this time? And I also threw in a word of encouragement as well. We're going to start with 3 cards and see where it takes us. If you haven't selected your pile, you can go ahead and do that now. And also check out our website, Temperance Apothecary, because I offer personal readings as well. So if you'd like to work with me, or I work with your personal energy in general life, love and romance, and career and development, go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, let's hop right into the reading. Hi, Pile 1. So for some reason, I keep hearing Cassie's, I'm addicted to you, I'm addicted to you, for your words of encouragement. Actually, I was going to say for your spirit guide messages. So clearly, those are your words of encouragement. Spirit is saying they are addicted to you. They are so in love with you. They are so excited and happy to be communicating and in right relationship with you. So if you've been keeping up with your prayers or maybe just honoring your ancestors in whatever way you know how, sometimes that's wearing their favorite color, sometimes it's listening to their favorite music, sometimes it is having an altar and offering them things, and sometimes it's living as an offering, you know? They are very proud and very, very excited and in love with you, Pile 1. So that's really cool. Let's get into these messages. We have the Hermit, the Page of Wands, and then this third card is our word of encouragement. But I'm actually going to save that because I want to focus on this Hermit and Page of Wands energy. Your ancestors at this time are saying it's time for you, funny enough, to close the laptop and not hermit, but get out there. Start applying the information that you have learned and you have been picking up in your hermit era, right? It's about to be summertime if you are watching this at the time of posting, but even if you aren't, we got a jumper. Yeah, you have been at rest too long, Pawa, and I say that because the 4 of Swords jumped out and it flipped out upright. So your spirit guides are saying it's time to get up now. It's time to 6 of Pentacles. They have things they want to give you, but also you have offerings that you are meant to be giving to others at this time as well. Your spirit guides are saying you have the tool you need. And I'm being very specific about saying tool because often it's tools, right? You have more than one. The Spirit is saying focus and lock in on, you see how this page is looking up at their wand, almost admiring it, especially coming off of that 10 of Wands where they were overloaded, overburdened by 10 of them things. They now have this one big stick, right? Shout out to, is it FDR? Walk lightly and carry a big stick. That was always one of my favorite quotes as a kid. So maybe you relate to that. 2, 3, 4 as I said that. So yeah, you're on a journey and you've made the first step for sure. The page, they're no small fry, small guy, right? They've gone through the Ace all the way up to the 10 of Wands. But as far as what your spirit guides are communicating at this time, they're saying, yeah, babes, you have been down and out. And justly so, right? Life has a way of keeping us in our shell, especially if, you know, the top of 2026 was a lot, or these past couple months have been a lot, or these past couple years. But Spirit is saying it's time for you to get out there and start exploring. Someone also just clearly put something in the microwave and it smells so good. So your spirit guides are saying, get out there, get a plate or two, start cooking for others. Maybe you yourself have a cooking business or you need to be hosting more, things of that nature. Yeah, we have the Empress and then the Knight of Cups. I don't know, I might have to claim your power away. Spirit is saying you are on the precipice of such juicy creations that are completely going to elevate and turn your life around. And I mean 180, baby. Because we have the Page of Wands, the Empress, and then the 9 of Cups on the bottom. There's the Ace of Pentacles here as well, and then the 8 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. Okay. I'm gonna stop. Ooh, and the 4 of Cups just fell reversed. I'm actually gonna take that because if it hit the flow, it's the same. It means what it means times 4. And then I'm going to take this Queen of Swords too. Yeah. And then Knight of Wands reversed in the middle. You've been moving a little scary, Power One, and that's okay. Because scary isn't always scary as in being afraid. It's overly cautious. It's masking our fear and our own personal, really lack of, I don't want to say vision, because you have plenty of vision. Power One, you have plenty of vision. But Spirit is saying sometimes we have a tendency to overlook our own gifts and the gifts they are trying to bring us because we know that that requires a certain level of precision and execution that we can sometimes not feel like we're giving all the way. We can feel like, oh, I don't want to be strict. I don't want to be perceived as this Queen of Swords. I don't want people to think that I'm this or that. And Spirit is saying, bump all that, shorty. Like, you are actually the Empress. And in being the Empress, in embracing this journey as the page and elevating, I think of the Empress as the, like, Queen's big sister. Like, she's the big sister. She's Big Mama, okay? You are elevating not just into the Queen or King or, head honcho over in the Wands department, but you are literally creating a new way of existing as the Empress. You're going to be able to revel and enjoy the things that you desire as a result of that, but not if you keep hiding your own light under a bushel, not when you keep misusing or undervaluing the sharper, more, I just heard sticky parts of yourself that maybe you fear, right? Maybe you have been Miss Boss Lady and people had things to say about it. But you know what? I was going to say let them, and then I was going to say fuck them. And now I'm just going to say, you know what? Whichever feels more appropriate for your circumstances, Power One. So those are the messages I'm getting for your spirit guides. Is there anything else you'd like to communicate? Benevolent, loving, caring, providing, spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones, and angels for Power One. Are there any other messages you'd like to communicate to them before we get into this word of encouragement? Page of Swords, King of Pentacles. Yeah, you, one, are aligned with your peers at this time. There is someone, something, some peoples that you are being guided to link up with, to look around and recognize that you all are at the same place and position in your journey. I'm hearing Issa Rae's like insistence, not to necessarily work your way up, quote unquote, but to work across. So Spirit is saying, look around you and see who else is at the start of this particular journey that you're on, who else is in the midst of creating their safety net, is what I'm hearing. And that was a message that did come up for me yesterday. And then we have the Chariot, yeah, and then get a move on it. Get a move on it. 8 of Swords reversed. You are not stuck. You are actually well equipped to carry out the tasks that they know you know what to do. Yeah, 3 of Cups. What did I say? While you are balancing this, what's going to keep you grounded, Spirit is saying, is being in community. You can't afford to be in isolation anymore, because isolation is when you start to feel like, well, I'm just the only one working and I don't see the point. And that's when we can really get insular on ourselves. And Spirit is saying, allow yourself to be poured into while you are in this journey of finding new balance, new harmony, and equilibrium, right? And let people support you. Let people show up for you and let them show you new ways of being. You're this Page of Wands. They're the Page of Swords. You both have different tools, but you're both pages. So you've obviously completed the first round, if you will, of Ascension through the Ace and 10. And these decks in particular, them 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords, whoo, child. Like, those are some really, really drastic experiences. And so allow others at this time to support you and show up for you in like a good time way, right? It's about to be summertime, everybody's outside, but also allow them to share the burden of your experiences and to give you other keys and recipes for how you can, incorporate new ways of being and new ways of balance. And then go for it, okay? Go for it, Power One. So let's get into this word of encouragement. We have the moon. I'm going to hold it back a little bit. But immediately I heard I don't know if it's a Phil Collins song, but I'm hearing Phil Collins sing it. Maybe it was a cover. But shout, shout, let it on out. These are the things I can do without. So come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. And then I also just heard Bruno Mars talking to the moon. You gotta let this out. You have to communicate and let people in on how you're feeling and what's plaguing you, what's troubling you. I just heard what's troubling you, my child. Death on the bottom. Your ancestors are acknowledging that you are in a time of transformation, and it's magical. The Magician. But in order for you to fully process and release what it is you need to release, you have to go about releasing it. You know what I mean? You have to allow yourself to feel your feelings. And again, not doing it in isolation. You have to do it, I was going to say in a group, but in unison is what I heard. And then once you let it out, they're saying it's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. Yeah, King of Cups. Look for folks who are a little bit further up the road. Ooh, Queen of Cups are resting on the bottom. That are not just embodying this expressiveness and creativity, but are living it. Walking the walk and talking the talk. You know what I'm saying? Like the Queen of Cups is cool. She's obviously royalty, but in the reversed position with the Six of Cups on the bottom, it's giving me the impression that, yeah, sometimes you have allowed yourself, I don't want to say allowed yourself, you can be overwhelmed with your emotions and your access to your emotions. You are clearly a very sensitive, intuitive person, and Spirit is saying, as you allow yourself to purge and get those feelings out, that is what's going to allow you to recommit to your work. And then that's when this King of Cups energy will not only kind of be infused in your body, and you'll be giving that 1111 as I say that, but it also is what's going to draw and attract the people and community that you need to continue. So that's what I have for you, Pile 1. If you would like more specific messages with working on your personal energy, you can go ahead to temperanceapothecary.com, where I do personal readings starting at $20 all the way up to hour-long, 90-minute long readings in creativity, running the gamut, general life, love and romance, career development. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. So, for this spread, we're keeping it cute, we're keeping it simple. We got 2 cards for what messages your spirit guides have for you right now, and then 1 card for encouragement. But I'm going to hold off on that encouragement card so we can really focus in and get into the juiciness of these 2 cards. Oh, do you see what I see? Is that a Christmas song? Actually, I want to look that up. I don't know if that's a Christmas song, but I'm looking it up because I have been told, and it's been true to this day, that when you start singing Christmas songs out of nowhere, someone is pregnant. Do you see what I see? Song. Do you hear what I hear? Bing Crosby. Christmas. Yes, sir. Immediately Pile 2. Especially with the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, your spirit guides are saying, oh, good job, my love. Your spirit guides are literally congratulating you, pouring so much love onto you. Also, think of Christmas time. That's when you gather with your family, your kinfolk, and are in your 10 of Pentacles ancestral legacy bag, and to receive that message from your spirit guides with the 9 of Pentacles, you are right where you are meant to be. You have been pouring into yourself, pouring into your inner garden, doing the personal work that you have been called to do, and it's paying off. It's paying off in dividends, okay, Pile 2? That, I almost said Pile 1, but that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. You may be coming from Pile 1, right? Ooh, Judgment. You've had a necessary wake-up call in the Tower, and you're realizing it wasn't knocking anything out of... What are you trying to say, Spirit? It wasn't knocking anything loose. It was knocking everything into place. We have the 6 of Wands and the Devil here with Justice followed by the World. Yeah, you were experiencing some kind of dire straits at a certain point in time, Pile 2. And Spirit is saying that your reward on this back end is here. in that you are experiencing Six of Wands reversed again, Knight of Pentacles. You may be slow moving. You may be thinking that, oh, okay, I'm doing this work and I'm okay if the work takes a year, 5 years, 10 years, which is amazing, right? Patience is a virtue, and you know, the beauty is in the journey, right? It's not the destination, it's the climb. Word to Miley Cyrus. But you recognize that you're not stuck. You recognize that you yourself can put in the work to achieve this Nine of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. And so that's what you've been doing. Five of Swords reversed on the bottom, Lovers on the bottom. You recognize, and then Ace of Wands upright. You recognize where you had been distracted, where you were maybe arguing with people that you were set apart from with the Judgment card. You are looking over your own decisions and recognizing where they weren't aligned with the reality that you desire. And so you've adjusted your actions for sure. For sure. What other messages do you have for the collective in pile 2? The loving, nurturing, providing, benevolent spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones, angels. Three of Wands. Ooh. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. I asked for that, but let's keep it to the Three of Wands. They're saying expand your vision at this time. 10 of Cups, Seven of Swords reversed. Expand your vision to not just apply or fit into what's material. It's time for you to go inward and go upward. I'm hearing, but then again, also seeing with this Judgment card, where you access your higher self. And it doesn't have to come from an impulsive place. Let it be a sweet place. Let it unravel. Let yourself be led to this new way of being. Let yourself be led into this new vision with the Three of Wands. You also may be having an incoming partner, an incoming lover, someone who you recognize you are equally yoked with and can build with. Oh, wait, yes, that's so beautiful. Okay, so Spirit is saying, great, you have done the work you've needed materially to get yourself situated, to pour into yourself, to cut off the distractions, to not allow others to knock you off your square, as my people would say. And now that you've made these judgment calls and that you've assessed the scene and they are calling you up and out of this previous way of existing, open your mind, open your heart to a pleasurable, loving, reciprocal partnership or dynamic at this time. And it doesn't have to be with this King of Wands, fast, impulsive, I'm hearing horny energy. It's actually going to be sweeter than that. It's going to be slower. It's going to be more luxurious. Dreamy. That's the word that I was looking for. So as you are moving from this place where you're thinking long term, right? Four of Pentacles. Don't allow yourself to be stunted or still just because you have become so enriched and entrenched in the material that you think, well, I can do bad all by myself, so what do I need a partner for? What do I need relationships for, right? And we're human. We're meant to be interdependent. The Ten of Pentacles is here, so clearly you are someone who values relationship in a long-term, fulfilling context. But with that said, that also includes people beyond yourself and people beyond your family, your ancestors, your loved ones. You are meant to be in a relationship, pile 2. And they're saying, allow the Knight of Cups to come bring you the gift they want to give you. That is wonderful. I love that. I love that a lot. Any last messages, Spirit? For pile 2, before we get into this word of encouragement. That wanted to flip over. Judgment. 7. You want me to take the 7? I'm actually not going to take the 7 of Pentacles. But yeah, Judgment's coming out again. What wake-up call is pile 2 experiencing at this time, Spirit? What wake-up call is pile 2 experiencing? Got the Two of Pentacles and the Hermit reversed. Yeah, you definitely could be coming from pile 1. You have committed to doing the work. You've committed to doing the work. And so now that's what you're focused on. But Spirit is saying, don't let that keep you isolated. Don't actually let that return you to isolation, because the Nine of Pentacles obviously is doing her big one in this garden, but she is all alone. Gardens aren't meant to be tended to by yourself, though you can. but they don't have to be. And so Spirit is saying, yes, do the work, commit to the work, find this new way of equilibrium that balances the present with the future, right? And don't be so isolated. Don't be so alone. You could be coming from pile 1. Don't be so quick to burn out and to retreat and to recede. Let yourself be seen and loved as you are building this long term. Let yourself be seen, loved, and supported while you are building this long term project is what I'm hearing. But it's not like, okay, you have this one-off project, the project of your life, the expansion of your life and your legacy at this time. Pile 2. But the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, doll, I know that's right. What word of encouragement do we have? The Page of Pentacles. Oh my days. Look at that. It's literally like it's in order. You got the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and then the Page of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, be encouraged that you are on the right path. Your focus is exactly where it needs to be. And this is my first time noticing this, but you see how she has on sunglasses that almost look like rose-tinted glasses? Don't be afraid to let yourself dream. Don't be afraid to imagine and envision this 10 of Pentacles future that you are now building upon. Don't be afraid to embrace and embody this ascension journey that you are on. I'm shuffling again, but really that feels like your message. Any last messages and words of encouragement for pile 2, Spirit? 8 of Cups reversed, 4 of Swords reversed, and then the 8 of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're on the move. You're on the move. You're on the move. You're on the move. And when you doubt and believe, oh, maybe I left something behind, you have all the tools that you need with you. And if you left it behind then, you can go get it again. You can secure it again. The 9 of Pentacles knows that she is resourced and that she can damn near grow it herself. She can grow it herself, right? Ooh, Page of Wands reversed. Yeah. You are definitely operating, Temperance, when I cut the deck, from a place of consistent toiling is what I'm hearing. Very earthy, I'm showing up, I'm doing my work. Again, Cups and Swords reversed, and then we have Wands reversed. Basically everything but Pentacles. You are about your bread, you are about your paper at this time, and Spirit is saying that's great, but don't let it burn you out. Don't let it burn you out. Recognize that you are not stuck and that even if you have left some things behind, you can always go get them. They are never far from you. The tools, but also your spirit guides. And I just saw that at 10:10. So thank you so much for watching Pile 2. This is beautiful. And if you'd like to work with me personally or I with you, you can go ahead and book with me on temperanceapothecary.com, where you can get readings on everything from general life, love, romance to career and development, which may be your speed at this time, for a 1-card email reading all the way up to an hour-long or half-an-hour-long reading. So make sure you go check that out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi, Pile 3. Last but most certainly not least, we're going to start with your 2 cards as far as your messages from Spirit at this time, and then we have our word of encouragement here on top. So let's dive right into it. Ooh, we have the Fool and the Ace of Cups. It's okay to be the fool, but don't be nobody's fool. Don't be nobody's fool at this time. I am immediately getting a love or romantic impression from this reading, but let's see what Spirit, yeah, okay. Then we have the Star. I'm going to keep them back just because we know they're a little naked. Okay. Still a little romantic leaning, but not as much now that we have the Star clarifier. You got a new attitude. Word to Patti LaBelle, Pile 3. And Spirit is saying when you start to feel overwhelmed or overloaded by these downloads, these feelings, these emotions, things that tend to come up when we are starting a new chapter, right? This is the Ace of Cups. So it's literally the beginning of a new journey, but it's turned upside down. You have to transmute that energy. You have to not just feel those feelings, but pour them into something. Pour them into your healing. Commit to your healing, but it doesn't just look like, okay, I'm going to journal. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do all these esoteric, metaphysical things. No, sometimes it looks like literally, yes, going to the water, but tending to the world around you, tending to your responsibilities. Sometimes when we can get lost in the watery, more emotional aspects of ourselves, we can forego the tangible realm. And your spirit guides are saying, do not do that at this time. And instead, allow those emotions to move you into healing action and whatever that looks like. And this Fool card, I'm really loving this Fool. Oh, we got Temperance on the bottom. I'm loving this Fool card. What new journey is pile 3 embarking on at this time? Calling on their benevolent, loving, supportive, providing ancestors, elevated loved ones, spirit guides, angels. What new journey is pile 3 embarking on at this time? Ooh, spirits keeping a little close to the cuff. They don't want to know. Not they don't want to know. What? Ooh, maybe you don't want to know. Actually, maybe you don't want to know. Yeah, 5 of Wands. We're going to keep it on the hush-hush, which is actually what you're meant to be doing. Knight of Wands reversed on the bottom. Now I'm getting that romantic feeling again. Now I'm getting that romantic feeling again. Yeah, then the 5 of Wands, the Chariot reversed, the 9 of Cups reversed, and the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands, Justice, the Hanged One, 10 of Swords, Knight of Cups, King of Wands. Okay, yeah, you definitely are. Look out, baby. I'm in a dangerous mood. Okay, that's BB King for you right there. Ooh, not those reversed. You feeling a little dangerous. You feeling your beat at this time, pile. Oop, almost said pile 2. No, this is definitely pile 3's energy. Y'all are the only ones that have given me this kind of vibe. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, who you feeling like, pile 3? Who you feeling like? Actually, I'm going to keep her upright. No shade. And then we have the Queen of Wands as well. Yeah, you feeling your beat. You feeling sexy. You sexy and you know it at this time. But with that being said, that can draw a lot of suitors to you. That can bring a lot of energy your way. It can bring a lot of people who are dazzled by your glow, your fearlessness. I was going to say your carelessness, but it's not carelessness derogatory, but carelessness in like a, damn, pile 3 really don't give a fuck. Like, they go do what they want. They go, Queen of Cups, oops, Queen of Pentacles again when I cut the deck. They go do what they want. They go do their big one. But Spirit is saying, don't overlook the red flags, low-key. Don't overlook the red flags, and don't take the pickle juice when somebody try to give you the pickle juice. Because you are the sun. You are shining, yeah, shining, yeah. So yeah, keep your wits about you as you are exploring and maybe entertaining multiple people or just different people at this time. Just because somebody is a king don't mean they are kingly. You know what I mean? They can have King of Wands energy and King of Wands positions and King of Wands opportunity, but that don't mean they have the King of Wands wisdom or their wherewithal or their focus or their determination. This one seems like it wants to jump out. 3 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and then the Sun. Yeah. Also, don't let these folks around you distract you from the mission. Or distract you, right? When we are on the come up, it can be so easy for yes people, for folks who just want to, be in the area, be on the field, be on the sidelines with you while you are winning, to distract us. And I don't mean that as in then isolate yourself, but Spirit is saying at this time, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Slow and steady still wins the race. And recognize what the vision is, which is visibility, which is the sun. You may be working on something and getting yourself in the right mindset to release it or to put it out into the world. And when you start to feel that overwhelm with the Ace of Cups, because a new opportunity is really cool, but a new opportunity can also feel overwhelming. Spirit is saying, slow down, refocus, realign with what the vision and your mission actually is at this time. And then the sun. Allow yourself to shine. Allow yourself to experience enjoyment at this time, to explore and to be seen doing so. Start to prepare yourself for visibility, pile 3. That's what I'm getting for sure. So let's get into your word of encouragement. 9 of Swords. Oh, don't worry. I should say 9 of Swords reversed, all right? About a thing, every little thing. Because every little thing is gonna be alright. You might like Shark Tales with Will Smith. That's where that version comes from. Obviously, there's the Bob Marley, Don't Worry About a Thing. But that is the specific one that just came to mind. Spirit is saying, don't stress yourself. Rest your brain, rest your body. You have all the tools that you need, and if you don't have them, there is a King of Swords coming into your life, right? A King of Swords that is ready to help alleviate the strife, the pain. You are about to elevate to this next level without needing to suffer for it. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups. Spirit is bringing you a gift. Spirit is bringing you a gift through transformation, and it's not going to be painful. It's not going to be painful insofar as you are going to recognize, wow, this is more of like a purging. This is more of a purging. Pruning, actually. That's the word I like better. This is a time of pruning. And Spirit is saying the first place it has to start is your mind. The first place it has to start is you getting some rest, getting some sleep, pile 3. And I don't mean being up doom scrolling all goddamn night either, okay? How do you envision, how do you practice, how do you allow yourself to operate from a place of mental clarity and to execute from that place as well? You might be coming from pile 2. These readings today do feel like extensions of each other, but your message definitely had its own clear energy for sure. So with this 9 of... Oh, yeah, you're definitely coming from pile 2, maybe. Or you felt called to both. If you did not, go ahead and check pile 2 because you both have the ends of these cycles, but they were going through a different phase, entering a different phase, and you are as well, right? But yours is coming from the Swords perspective. So any last words of encouragement for pile 3 at this time, Spirit? The Hanged One, 2 of Cups reversed, and the 2 of Wands. Yeah, I just heard Wait For It from Hamilton. Theodosia, she's mine. Death doesn't discriminate from the sinners and the saints, and it takes, and it takes. Okay, Spirit is saying, hold your position at this time. Hold your position. Now, this does give me a little bit of a romantic, or at least just partnered dynamic right now, because you have the Hanged One here, the 2 of Cups reversed, and then the 2 of Wands. So they're not saying be weary, of people at this time. Again, 9 of Swords as your original word of encouragement. So don't stress yourself. Don't be up all night just working yourself into a tizzy. But they are saying take a different perspective at this time as far as relationships are concerned. Be more discerning and filter who you are around through your vision, through what you see for yourself. Are they people you can take with you, or can they take you with them on their perspective journeys? And if there feels like a misalignment there, where, okay, maybe romantically, emotionally, we are not aligned, but from a place of action, we are, that's valuable information to have. But the only way you can have it is by holding your position and taking a higher perspective at this time. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like me to work with you personally or work with me personally, you can check out temperanceapothecary.com, where I have readings available for 1-card email pulls for $20, all the way up to hour and a half long readings on general life, love and romance, and career development. So I will see you in the next one, pile 3. Bye.